Hey, I'm Hailey.
And I'm Jessi.
And you're listening to
Personality Hire, the podcast where sometimes I feel like if you have a really, really good weekend, it's a double-edged sword because on Monday, you can feel like you didn't get enough rest time.
Full of sadness, yeah.
Even though I had an excellent weekend, I had action-packed, nonstop, club, soccer game, another club,
another birthday party,
all that stuff. And I got to see a lot of Scooby-Doo's friends and a lot of my mom friends. But then Monday comes and I don't feel like I got enough, just no brain time off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess I just don't realize sometimes how much I really do need to just have recharge time that doesn't involve anyone except for my melting brain.
Yeah.
So even though I had a great weekend, today I woke up and I was a little bit like, she didn't get enough. I don't know. I just didn't get enough like solitude. Yeah.
No, I get it. Solitude is vital. It's so important. That's all I did this weekend, except I had a baby shower I had to go to. But other than that, I was just, but that's another story. That's a grief story that we're not telling today, because we get it. We get it. Blah. You're sad. You stayed at home. You didn't want to see people.
But the solitude is important. Did you watch A Baby Story on TLC when you were sick when you were a kid? Like when you stayed home from sick?
A baby story.
Yes. They followed around a couple in their third trimester before she had her baby. And it was just about them preparing to welcome the baby. And then they kind of had a little mini birth story. And then you got to meet the baby at the end. And then that was that. That was the show.
I was watching Maury, but that sounds good.
It was in between Maury and...
That sounds like I would like
and
it.
Sally, Jessy, Raphael, all that stuff.
Oh my gosh. Did Sally, Jessy Raphael... Amen. Wait, Sally, Jessy, Raphael. Can I say that? Hi, I'm Hailey, and I'm Sally, Jessy, Raphael. I just wanted to see if she could join the pod.
I'm Hailey.
I'm trying to
I'm Sally. Yeah.
That's literally me. That was me this weekend. A grief story. A babe story. A grief story. A love story. Hi, I'm Hailey. It's just me. I've set up my lights, and I've set up the tripod, and I've got all the boards, and I've got the computers out, and I've got the mics hooked up, both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I have a hat. And I have a hat just
you have red glasses because that's what Sally, Jessy, Raphael had. So you start it and you say, hi, I'm Hailey. And then you put the glasses on real quick and you go, and I'm Sally, Jessy, Raphael. And you're listening to A Baby Story.
Yeah. You're listening to somebody call 911.
You're listening to
but don't
split
actually.
Personalities.
So if Alexa's calling or listening to this, don't call anyone. I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't know.
We talked about that last week, how you've come accustomed to having a Siri or a Alexa or whoever.
Yes, I like to scream at her.
I should have whispered those names, shouldn't I have?
I see. Here's the deal. I think
I
used to be a little bit more big brothery about.
Well, you whisper so they don't answer, so they don't interrupt you. Yes. That's what I meant. But I'm sorry if I interrupted your scheduled programming here at home. You know what I mean?
Because you're screamed at somebody. Yeah. I know it's in Scooby's room, and it's the kids' Alexa. And I love it because it tells her stories and jokes and music and stuff. But it's also I be yelling from the other end of the house to Alexa about any old thing. Can
we name them? Can we rename those? Is that an option?
I haven't explored it
because
that much.
That would be so cool to be like, hey, Sally, Jessy, Raphael.
Also, Scooby-Doo discovered that she can call people from her Alexa. She can say, hey, Alexa.
How come I have yet to receive a call?
Call whomsoever. And sometimes she can call me and it says spam number calling, and it kept calling and kept calling. And I was like,
spam number.
Because technically she's calling from me from my own phone because mine is what's hooked up to this Alexa. Right. So technically she's calling me from my phone number. So it's coming
she's
in.
She's calling me from mine.
She's calling me from me. Sally's calling Sally.
Yeah.
Sally, Jessy, Raphael is calling.
The call is coming from inside
Sally.
the house.
And I picked up and I was like, hello. And she, it's like a speaker. And so it's kind of static. And she's like, Mom, it's me. I'm in my room. You're on Alexa. Mom, can I have an applesauce? Mom, what are we doing today? And it's kind of staticky and freaky because she's in an echo chamber.
Wait, I love that. It's like her own little walkie-talkie.
And she called my dad the other day too. And my dad was like, hey, Jess, because it was my phone number.
Wait, that's really funny.
I just hear her in her room yapping, and I walk in there, and she's like, "Yeah, Papa Todd, and for my birthday, I think I want X, Y, and Z." And my dad just chit chatting with her on her Alexa. Anyway, what? Sally Jessy Raphael.
Yeah, Sally Jessy. Well, yeah, I was
She
just
had red
saying.
glasses.
I was just saying if I if I was having to have a grief story podcast and I was popping back and forth, could I rename my
Alexa,
my smart device? Yeah.
What would you name it to?
Sally Jessy Raphael for this
course,
story.
yeah.
But I think I would change it according to what era I'm in.
Yeah.
It could have been 365 Pie Gal
Or
last summer.
I can
you know
see
what I
you
mean?
being like, "Hey Miley, what's the temperature outside?"
Yeah. Hey Hannah. Hey Hannah.
Hey Hannah, what's the
Do we
temperature
want to leave
outside?
today? Do we want to leave the house today? Should I put on a wig and a disguise to leave the house today, Hannah? Yeah, that's what I think that's what I would be doing.
The answer is yes to that every single time.
I would
every
certainly
single time. No, I talk to Siri occasionally too. Like I ask her questions, but I find that sometimes she'll give you inaccurate information just because it's the top search on Google, and she'll go according to Wikipedia or according to blah blah blah, and she'll tell you things.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
well, that's
you
the
didn't
thing
fact
with
check
tech.
that.
That's the thing with tech. We ask. I've come across this issue. I've come across this issue when Googling something like what's near this place, especially if I've asked for recommendations near a place. It'll give me what people have said in the past, but not actually what's near.
Sure.
Because people are wrong. Because
It'll say according to this Yelp review.
Everybody's got a motive. They're getting stuff from a blog that got free meals to go to these 6 restaurants. So it's showing me these 6 restaurants.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's where
SponCon.
That's when you have to use your critical thinking skills and you have to say, I'm wondering if this is totally true. And then you go in. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. Also, I've got to stop saying, you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. I'm not giving you rocket science.
It's the kind of thing too where I also say, you know what I mean, or I say, am I making sense?
Does that make sense?
And I first of all,
my
I
angel
hate
friend
when I say
Megan
that.
says that she'll always call herself out. She'll send me voice notes and she'll be like, "Does that make sense?" She goes, "There I go." She's from Pearl, Mississippi, by the way. She goes, "There I go again. Does that make sense?" Of course it makes sense. And that accent was not right, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, I hate it because I think I picked it up from a corporate setting where when
That's
I'm in a
right.
meeting and I'm looking around and
do it
maybe I'm
corporate
presenting
voice.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
So for Q4, what we're going to do is we're going to take this marketing campaign and we're actually going to split it into 3 different parts. So it'll begin in Q4 and then we're going to do the second part in Q1 and then, so on and so forth. Does that make sense? And I genuinely caught myself doing that kind of thing and being like, no, it did make sense. And you're just looking at these other bing bongs who it definitely made sense to, but they're giving you no reaction because no one wants to be in this meeting. So you just need somebody to let you know that they're alive.
They're thinking about their lunch order and also that the seam of their sock is rubbing on their toe funky.
And honestly,
they
they're
don't know about they don't know about Q4.
No, they're overstimulated. They
also,
weren't really listening. And so that's why I was asking if it made sense. But then it just comes off as though I feel not confident in what I'm saying. And that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe.
It's not the vibe, especially when you're in a boardroom.
That's right. You should. I'm trying to think of an alternative.
You want to go the Laura Linney. Quit. I've got a cigarette.
I'd be like,
quit. I've got to quit.
Wait.
And do you understand what happened in Q4? Does that make sense to you, big boy?
You should say it.
And then I'm going to turn into William Deface. I'm going to say, I understand plenty.
Instead of using it as a way to see if people are paying, if instead of using it as a derogatory thing to yourself, you need to turn it on its head and be like, does that make sense to you, ding dong?
Are you condescending? Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Oh, do you understand the word that coming out of my mouth?
Do you know what I mean?
Can you repeat back to me what I just said?
Wow. Ooh. No, I can't. No, I cannot. Even if I was listening, I can't repeat it back. Unless we're doing a Meisner exercise. So tell me that first. And I'll be on it.
I wasn't listening to it. You're that hard either.
Also, I had the most misogynistic, but also relatable thought, I think. This could be a hot take. It could get us canceled with.
Come on, Sally.
With Norway, Norway
They're falling off.
Yeah, well, you're right. Who is it now that
I sent you
that I needed to start saying hi to? Norway, China.
Something happened. Anyway, moving on.
Konnichiwa. Anyway, arigato.
Japanese, all Japanese
oh yes,
words.
you're right. Okay,
Ni hao.
Ni hao. There we go. Thank you. That is awful. Wow, that's horrible.
What's the capital of the United States? Hurry, go.
Washington D.C.
Woo! She got it.
Name
We're
a
fine.
woman.
Name any woman. Name a woman.
Sally Jessy Raphael.
Sally Jessy Raphael.
Also, here is the take. The take is that you have this is the compliment. I was just thinking when you were doing your Q1 monologue about, do you understand what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You were using, I said, use your corporate dialect or like your corporate accent. And you did just a straightforward, very American neutral tone, standard American. And it was perfect and it was crisp and it wasn't too feminine and it wasn't too masculine. And then I caught myself thinking, it's not too feminine. And I was like, oh, okay, Hailey. So you got a problem with girl voices, do you?
No, but that's by design. It is by design. And I think that a lot of women could probably relate to that. And you have to really...
I thought of...
if you want to command the presence in the boardroom, you really can't be like, so...
Anyway, I lost
Q1, but let's roll.
I thought of that lady who... Wait, sorry. I'm trying to get my dialect.
Erin?
Yeah, who... She says...
So funny.
Jumping off, or like she talks like this, and so what we really want to do
is circle back.
Yeah, like she has this like nasally, and she makes mouth noises, but it sounds right. Like it sounds corporate,
full on right. And she's saying everything and nothing. It's just word salad of jargon.
Word salad, jargon. Just wanted to switch it up.
I wanted to tell you something that I did yesterday. So yesterday I went to the mall because Scooby-Doo got invited by a very sweet girl at her school to be a part
of a mall party.
To be a part of this.
Oh my gosh, that was yesterday.
Well, no, the actual fashion show wasn't, but the shopping thing was. So she got invited to a fundraiser for CHOA here in Atlanta, and part of it is that your little girls can participate. You go to this department store, you pick out the dress, you buy the dress, and then the proceeds of the event and the dress are going to CHOA to help benefit childhood cancer, and also this benefits one specific young girl at CHOA. So it's a really sweet, fun, cute event.
I love that.
So yesterday we went with a group of girls that are also going to be in this event and picked out our dresses. And then afterwards we went out to lunch and we played this game that the little girls that I was with invented. And it was so fun. And I could see myself playing it with you and other girlfriends.
Okay, wait, what is it? I'm so excited. This is passing the torch.
It was, oh God, now I'm not gonna be able to think, but they grabbed a napkin, a linen napkin, and it was pass the napkin, pass the napkin, pass the napkin, pass the napkin. So you're passing the napkin around the table and then you
when it stops,
intermittently go, stop. And then you have to answer a question. Like you have to say, oh, would you rather, or what's your favorite food, or what's your favorite movie?
I want to know what questions they asked.
Oh, a lot of like, what's your favorite Disney princess? What's your favorite food? Would you rather one that Sunny asked her bestie, she said, would you rather go swimming with sharks or go swimming with, or go skydiving or something like that? I think that's what she said. And I was like, wow, both crazy. But it was just so like, can you imagine having a few glasses of wine in and going, pass the napkin, pass the napkin. And you are passing that napkin. It was so fun.
Wait,
pass the napkin.
It thinks. Sally Harry Potter must not return to Hogwarts. That's me. Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say it sounds like a I was going to say UDA, like a UDA, UCA. It sounds like a cheer camp game. I love it.
Something that would play at Camp Anawana.
Yes, like that is a good game. I like it.
It was really fun. Anyway, I highly recommend. I loved passing the napkin. I would do it again on my own without a child. Maybe I'll do it today. Maybe I'll pass the napkin today.
We're going to lunch after
Hailey
this.
And I are going to go to lunch after this, and we're going to pass the napkin just back and forth.
Pass the napkin.
Pass the napkin.
Do that anyway. That's like this podcast. We should just
pass the napkin. Yeah, we do. Anyway,
what should William Dafoe's nickname be? William Dafoe.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Also, I wanted to say that I went on a wild goose chase, and I kind of talked to you about this, and it made me think about being a woman a lot, because I was talking to both men and women in this scenario. But for about 2 days, Jessy gifted me this awesome pair of sunglasses. They're my favorite. I wear them literally every day. Every time I grab another pair, I always go back to these because I'm like, they're my comfort. Also, do you get into hyperfixation outfits?
Yes.
Okay, because I do really, really badly. Like, to the point of like, it's always a combo of this is my go-to right now.
I personally like when that happens because A, I know I'm going to feel confident in it every time I wear it, and B, it just turns your brain off.
Well, I don't always feel confident in it, but I just know it is okay.
It works.
Like, it's fine. Like, this is okay.
It's especially if you're having your brain stem's not connected to the
A ham bone.
spine. Yeah. You know, the spine bone.
Yeah.
And you just know it's a formula that's going to...
It's just going to... You were like, this go with this. Yes. It's very caveman. Like, black shirt, black bottom.
It's very Steve Jobs.
Yes. And you're right.
It's
Steve
very
Jobs.
uniform.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I have some sort of a hair of fuzz on my face.
Oh, it's the worst when stuck to your makeup.
Napkin.
Pass the napkin.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I was on this wild goose chase to fix these glasses because 2 screws came out. The arm just fell out, and it like brought the other. There's 4 screws in each sunglass arm. Anyway, so I take him to a sunglasses hut at there's 2 malls in Atlanta right across from each other. Kind of, one's really more accessible, I would say, and more like friendly to like visitor. That sounds crazy.
Are you talking about Linux?
Yeah, I'm trying to say that it's like Linux, more family oriented, like more.
Well, they don't have they've got like some luxury stores, but Phipps in Atlanta is like truly just like a luxury mall, and they just have lots of high end stores.
Yes.
And Linux
like
is a little bit.
You wouldn't go there if you want to hit up a normal store like a Zara.
They don't have a Macy's at Phipps.
Yeah, and they don't have a Zara. One. They don't have a Mango, but they have that. Saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say about these different malls. I go to one, the more busy one, the more like has everything, Lenox. I go to see, obviously, like into a sunglasses place to get like these screws fixed. And I show them, and they look at me as if I brought in a rare species they've never seen before. And they were like, yeah, we don't know what we can do for you. You might want to try LensCrafters upstairs. So I go upstairs. I'm like, fine, an eyeglasses place. They should be able to do it. He has me leave the glasses with him and my number. And he's like, come back in 2 hours. So in Atlanta, you can't go anywhere and come back in 2 hours. Like, it's just going to be, you're going to be rushing around. So I'm like, I'll just bum around the mall. I didn't really have the time to do that or the willpower to not buy anything or like, So I'm like, I don't want to be here. Anyway, I did it, guys. I'm very strong. I know this.
You didn't buy a thing? Not one thing?
I didn't buy a thing. Isn't that crazy? I thought about it. I put something on hold. I put a pair of jeans on. A pair of jeans on hold. A pair of jeans on hold.
From where?
They were Citizens of Humanity.
Oh, yeah.
I did end up going to get them because they were these pair that I've had before.
Amazing.
Yeah. They're the best pair. And I went and took my old pair in to get taken in, and they just didn't like look right. So, and she was like, you should just get
a new pair of jeans. Yeah.
So I was like, she was like, we're just going to spend more. So I was like, whatever. Anyway, I ended up going to get them. So I didn't, but I would have gotten them anyway. They were already on my list. They were already in the cart.
You needed new pants.
Well, these jeans were, they're everyday, summer through winter. They're great.
They're britches.
Anyway, I'm not defending that. I did not buy anything this day though. And that's all that matters. That's what I'm saying.
This particular day.
But so I go, and this guy, I wait 2 hours. I go back and he goes, oh, I lost your number. I couldn't find screws that were small enough. You might want to try Phipps Plaza Sunglasses Hut. So this is like, I've been here for 3.5 hours at this point.
I lost your number.
Yes, because remember, I hopped around to another store. So the next day I go nice and early too. And I go to Phipps. And he looks at me again like I'm holding a rare species. And they're acting like maybe that they're a pair of a brand. It's a designer brand. they're acting as if they might be fake or something. And they're like, do you have the receipt? This pair doesn't exist. They're telling me, and I'm looking at a pair on the shelf at the moment that's just a different colorway. And I'm like, these are them. And they go, I don't think they're the same one. And I'm like literally looking at, I put them side by side and I go, these are the same ones. They're just a different colorway. They're like, this is not the colorway they're using anymore. Anyway, I don't think it's that hard. Then I go to is it the Bloomingdale's there? What is that? They don't have Bloomingdale's. What's that?
Neiman's? Yeah, Neiman's.
I always get those two confused. I go to Neiman's. They also look at me like my head's crazy and they're like, you're going to have to go to an eyeglass place. So then I drive back to Lenox and I go to their sunglasses hut upstairs because they have like 4 there at Lenox, by the way. It's huge. I go there because they have them in department stores. Mm-hmm. I go there. They send me, they go to the sunglasses hut in Macy's. And that was the first place I was at. So I went there, guys. They sent me to LensCrafters, now outside, not upstairs. The guy looked at me and I go, I'm literally, by the way, I'm sticking to this because I've grown stubborn.
Sure. It's a principle thing at this point.
It's the principle thing. I know I can send these off to get fixed. They don't need to be sent off. They're little screws. So I'm looking at this man and he looks like John with a T, Frick.
John with a T?
Look up John actor with a T.
Wait.
Look him up. John actor with a T. You guys know who I'm talking about. He is in
Get more D's.
I know. Why is
John actor with a T. His last name's with a T?
Yes, his last name.
Oh.
God, he has that face.
He
also has a face.
Say more.
John Terra. No.
Oh, is he in Severance?
Yes.
Yes.
John. Wait. He was my first Google. John T. No.
Just do John Severance.
Severance. Oh my gosh.
Turturro. Isn't it like Turturro or what is it?
Wait,
dude, John, give me this right now. There he is.
John
He's right
Tarantino.
there. No. Turturro. There he is.
I know Kat, my stepmom, was just so mad at me just
then.
But I also told her, I said, listen, girl, you've got to give me a break. The grief brain, I have a year to get my brain right. But I said Kristen Dunst. And I also said William Dafoe, not Willem.
It's okay.
Well, that's crazy because I know those names. Like I actually do. And I actually do know John Turturro. So John Turturro looked at me like I was crazy too because I was like, can we fix these, doc? And I'm sweating. He's looking at a sweaty girl going, and I'm holding these sunglasses with all their cases because it comes in like 5 cases. And I'm like, and it's spilling out. And I'm like, can you fix these, doc? And he's looking at me like, okay. And he goes, I'll be right back. I thought he was going to order them. He comes back in 10 minutes and I'm still sweating. I'm pacing the store going like, well, I guess I'm going to send them off. This is crazy. I remember back in my day, you could take a pair of sunglasses, they would tighten them up for you for free. Anyway, John Turturro comes back and he was like, here. And I go, so did you fix him? And he goes, he literally like,
he said, are you okay?
He almost took his glasses and like looked over the brim and said, ma'am, should I call an ambulance? he fixed it. And he goes, yeah, he goes, 8 new screws. He was like, it was real quick. And he was like, honestly, the other side was in tight. That's why it took me a little bit longer. I wanted to give you all new screws so you didn't have to deal with the skin.
John. And he didn't charge you, did he?
No. Also, I go, what do I owe you, doc? I didn't say it like that, but I said, what do I owe you? And he said nothing. And I go, should I buy a pair of eyeglasses? Because this was so nice. And then I pick up a pair of eyeglasses and they're like $600. Yes. And I go, just kidding, John. Love you. Bye. If I do need a pair of eyeglasses, I'll be back.
I'll be right back.
Anyway, go to the LensCrafters that is outside of the mall. The entrance that's outside of the mall. It's connected to the mall, though. Very complicated. And it's in that little area where the Forum Athletic Club is, the police station.
Go to that one specifically and ask for John Turturro.
Yeah.
And go
They won't know what
him.
you're talking about.
Go support him.
Yeah. But just say, my favorite podcaster had a mental breakdown. And they'll go,
They'll say, the sweaty girl.
They'll remember. And you know what else? The thing that I saw in the 10 minutes where I was pacing and probably trying not to poop my pants out of anger.
Obviously.
I saw a very fabulous older woman she was waiting. It was one of those Southern women that, talks nice and slow. Low. She has one of those voices that will fight the patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's low and slow. Just
wait, what's that actor's name? The woman who isn't Meryl Streep, but she's adjacent to her. And
I don't know. I'm thinking of
something.
I know who you're talking about. She's in Matlock. She was in the Blind Side. No, what? The Blind Side.
No, that's Sandra Bullock.
No, I'm thinking of. Are you thinking?
No, that's freaking Jennifer Lawrence.
No, I'm thinking. No, she's an older woman.
She is like similar in age to
Everybody's
Meryl Streep.
I'm thinking of the lady who's in Waterboy, who's Adam Sandler's mom.
Is that her?
Do you know?
Damn it!
I'm looking it up.
What is
and
this
it's another name that I should know. John Turturro just looking at me.
What is this woman's name?
Is the woman you're thinking about, is she...
Give me this phone, please.
Kathy
Bates.
It's
Kathy freaking Bates.
That's what I was thinking of. Yes.
That's who I'm picturing
yes.
talking when you're doing this.
No, but this was like older than Kathy Bates woman, and she was with her
But you know what
daughter.
I'm saying?
Yes.
Just let me picture her for the purposes of this.
No, Kathy Bates, if we were casting the room, John Turturro, Kathy Bates. Yes.
Okay.
And then I guess it would be like a Laura Linney maybe would be the daughter.
Was Kathy Bates in LensCrafters?
Yes, this is the woman I'm talking about, the Southern woman I'm talking about.
Okay.
So in the 10 minutes where I'm waiting for the
John Turturro
to put the screws in or order the screws. That's what I think he's doing. I think he's trying to look up this pair of sunglasses because that's what everybody else did. And everybody else acted like it was an issue.
You're bebopping around with Kathy Bates while he's in the back doing that.
Yeah, because remember, it's inside the mall, so I'm kind of stuck in here. And I'm looking at I'm trying on glasses.
Obviously.
What would you do in a place like that? I'm trying on glasses, obviously. Yes. And I'm looking at myself in a studious manner. Anyway, I'm eavesdropping too, and I'm listening to this very formidable Southern lady get her glasses purchased, and her mom her sister. Gosh,
oh my
her
God.
daughter. I'm going to name the family tree. Her daughter, Laura Linney, would be cast as. She's bebopping around the room. It actually wouldn't have been a Laura Linney. It'd be more like an Elizabeth Banks, but she needs to be a little bit older than Elizabeth Banks. That energy, though. She's running around the room, and she's trying on all the glasses and telling her mom all the latest. Like, this is what's really in, Mom. Like, and you can tell this woman, Kathy Bates, is at it. I look over at her because I'm like smiling because I'm like, how cute. Like, also I'm thinking I'll never get to do this with my mom.
I'll never get to go to LensCrafters with my mom.
Yes.
I'll never get to have LensCrafters.
This is a moment I didn't know I was going to miss. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm laughing because this Southern woman could not give a toot or fruit less of what her daughter is saying. And I look over at her and we meet eyes and we just both smirk at each other so big. And it made me feel included. I felt like I was the granddaughter of this. I cast myself in that moment. I said, now I'm her daughter, and me and grandma are looking at each other like, Mom.
Can you believe Laura Linney now?
Yeah, can you believe Laura? Yes. Anyway, it was so funny, and I just think that's hilarious.
I'm so glad you got your sunglasses fixed, and I'm sorry that you had to go.
I had a mother-daughter grandmother because I don't have a grandma either.
Same. So yeah, me neither.
Yeah, so we'll
never have that.
Yeah,
we could do it together though.
Yeah, we can.
Also, naming a business LensCrafters is kind of freaky. It's I understand why, but like LensCrafters, like you're not crafting the lenses.
Well, they are crafting the lens. They're putting the frame around.
I guess I just mean
together a formula for your eyeball.
I feel like it's just presumptuous to say that if you make a lens for a glass, you're in fact a crafter of something.
Well, at one point they were crafting because they were like, actually, I don't know how.
No, I guess it was. Glasses. I mean, like, yeah, sure. Maybe by hand. Maybe they're
building it.
Like, how did Gepetto get his glasses made? He probably had them crafted.
I have a confession to make. Who is Gepetto? Who is Gepetto? Who?
Guess. If you had to guess, who would you think Gepetto was?
I feel like Gepetto is the little frog guy who has like one monocle.
From WB?
I don't know.
The WB frog?
Oh, yeah, maybe that's what I meant. No, I meant, oh, okay. Maybe I didn't mean that. Gepetto is a character.
Yes.
From a child's story.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And he goes, "Babadi, babadi." That's all. I don't know. I have no idea who Gepetto is.
He is Pinocchio's dad.
Oh. I thought he was going to be a mystical creature. He's with the Gepetto.
Gepetto is a puppet maker. Hello. Okay. And
he's a crafter. He's a puppet crafter.
He has to wear glasses to craft the puppets.
Isn't it?
But I'm just saying he's like an old timey guy, so I'm just thinking in my head.
Gepetto Totoro.
Who made Gepetto's glasses? A crafter. Because at that point in time,
Totoro, because
people
he saved the day.
People who made things like that were in fact masters of their craft.
Yes.
So that was the example I was giving. But I am delighted to know that you didn't know who Gepetto was. That was just a fun sidebar.
I had no idea who Gepetto was. I have no idea who I am though at this point. I got
no strings to hold me down, to make me fret, to make me frown. I had strings, but now I'm free. I got no strings on me. Hello?
Dang.
Have you ever seen Pinocchio?
Yeah, but it's
disturbing.
It's been a hot minute.
Freaky
really?
movie. Yes.
I haven't seen it since childhood. Like I have not watched it with a child that I nanny or with like nephews or nieces or anybody's small children.
I think if I'm not mistaken, they did a recent-ish years, like a live action version of it, and it was freaky.
Wait, they did like
scary.
A live action. It was like a it was still cartoonish.
Like, it was kind of CGI.
Yes.
But I think that they might have had some real people playing alongside the CGI Pinocchio. But like the whole story, the fact that he just wants to be a real boy. He's a wooden puppet. He wants to be a real boy. That's just a little morbid.
You know what's crazy? Nowadays,
I just want to be a puppet.
Yeah, we're going the other way. We're like a little more here. Gepetto.
I am a puppet.
A little more here, Gepetto. A little more here, Gepetto. And I'm Gepetto.
I mean, Gepetto.
Chop, chop.
We got a doctor at the LensCrafters.
Yep, John Gepetto.
John Gepetto Totoro.
That's a great name.
John Totoro.
And then there's Kathy Bates sitting over there just rolling her eyes at Laura Lenny, bebopping around.
Trying to make her mom get an $800 pair of glasses.
No, she really was. She was like, "Mom, everybody's wearing these. Oh, but you would love this. This brand. Oh, you can't get better than this brand." I was like, "Listen, lady, I have a pair of Juicy Couture eyeglasses from the 6th grade that are still in working condition. I promise you, all of these glasses in here are going to do what Mom needs them to do."
I am truly just someone that goes to Warby Parker every so often and gets another pair of plastic $100 glasses.
Well, they're all plastic.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing when I see these expensive ones. I'm like,
acetate, whatever. But
yeah.
The thing is that glasses trends change just as often as anything else.
Yeah, so you don't want to.
I'm not going to spend drop $1,000. I mean, I guess maybe I would on like a style that feels really timeless, but
yes,
I like,
because there are so many things that are trendy, but that are also timeless. But everything recycles.
Also, like I don't know. Like things happen to your glasses.
You know what I noticed?
Ask
a lot
Gepetto.
of
I think his
people,
glasses broke in that movie.
Really?
I don't remember.
Well, he's got to go to LensCrafters.
He's got to see John Totoro.
Do not go to Sunglasses Hut.
Don't.
You will just be pointed.
That's where.
By the way, if I calculated all the hours that I spent trying to get those screws put in when John Totoro did it in 10 minutes. By the way, John Totoro getting all the credit. Yeah. Anyway, that was 6.5 hours that I spent. When I calculate the driving from where I started, because that's how mad I was. I was like, do the math.
But now as you sit here today, was it worth it to you to do that, to get them fixed?
It was totally worth it to get them fixed, obviously. And at the end of the day, I felt accomplished. And I was like, wow, these are even tighter than they were before. So I'm excited. But I also, so I was pumped. But also, I was like, now I need to use my lady voice that is fight the patriarchy, but also I agree with the patriarchy when I tell you I like a woman with a voice, like I was saying how your
corporate voice.
Yeah, bringing it all back. I'm literally, I should have just used that voice at Sunglasses Hut is what I'm saying. I shouldn't have been hi, because I'm always like, because I know what I'm about to ask them is like a free annoying thing. So I was like going into it in every transaction, like, can you, which also you should be polite and whatever.
Of course, but you can be polite and assertive.
I should have said, can you just look through your screws and see if one matches? I don't know why we have to find the exact model and make of these glasses, even though I'm telling you, they're right there. They're literally on your shelf.
Can I look out through your screws?
But anyway, I should have used that voice.
Not only do I have one loose, I've got
several in the old noodle.
I've got 8 loose screws.
Around the Christmas tree. They're just jingle jangling.
I need to take my glasses to get the screws tightened at Warby Parker. I do need to do that. They'd be falling off my head.
There's like a few in it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's right.
Actually, which
there's
is
one in
cool.
Buckhead. I'll go to it. They'll tighten it up for free.
They will.
They will.
They'll do it for free. So will John at LensCrafters.
It's true.
The one on the outside of the mall.
Oh my lord.
Oh
my lord. Oh, yeah. I went to Sephora on Saturday because they're having their sale.
Oh yeah, they're having their sale.
I think it's through the 20th.
Okay.
And I bought a lot of things.
Anything that we need to know about, like anything that like we must try.
So I got the Wonder Skin lip stain that everyone has been using for forever. I don't think they're all that in the bag of chips. I've had them for years, but I haven't. This is the first time I like it. The other thing that I got that I've, again, not a new product, but new to me, is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer.
I've heard so many good things.
I really like it.
You really like it? Okay,
yeah.
So I need to try it.
So I don't really ever use primers, but I like this. I feel like it has made a difference with how I don't really know if it makes my makeup stay better, but I do feel like it has helped with the application.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I repurchased, which I'm just always going to repurchase it, is the One Size setting spray. That's literal hairspray for your face.
Well, I use the L'Oreal whatever
Infallible.
one, and I can that is supposed to be something similar. It's like hairspray.
I think it is similar.
And I gotta tell you, that stuff works.
It's like hairspray. And I've heard
the One Size works really well. And they have one that is they just came out with
the powder melt.
Yes.
I had like that one too. I have that one as well.
Do you like that one?
I do. Yeah. I mean, it's not for me, it's not necessarily a setting spray in the sense of like, it's going to make your makeup last longer, but it does help it blend and look really nice when you like have I don't know, you just like, melts it into your face. Yeah. Makes it a little bit like smoother. But anyway, I'm going to probably be back at Sephora 15 times between now and the end of the sale.
I need to like look through my makeup bag and see what I need or like things I want to try. There are some, like Rhode came out with a red pocket blush that I want to get because I adore those blushes. Those blushes, I really, really, I like them. I like them so much. But I also want to see, I was thinking about getting the Mary Phillips underpainting thing.
Okay. Think that's probably a great product. I do not like the Mary Phillips foundation.
You told me about that. Yeah. Which I'm glad you said that because so many people were saying they really liked it. I usually, Jessy and I, like our skin is more similar. I would say like if she likes something, I'm probably going to like it.
It was not for me. I know what I was going to say about the headline of Sephora thing was that they now carry MAC in Sephora, which is crazy.
Whoa, because that's exciting though.
But also like that's like truly wild because MAC was available in Ulta and then, they've had their own standalone counters and stores for forever. And MAC is truly one of the most iconic brands. And they are now available in Sephora and they had a pretty decent size selection and that was crazy. I mean, lip liner, the MAC lip liners, truly
they're
can't be
amazing.
Beat. Yeah.
So I mean, everything in MAC, I would just like in dance. That's all we used.
MAC,
was MAC, and I remember going to MAC for prom. The MAC, counter.
To get your. And you know what? I just feel like if you want. I don't know. MAC always has just been a little bit more like edgy. I don't know. Like it's like it's a little bit more like edgy girl.
That's why like if I were Halsey or we were talking about this last week about like people starting lines. If I were like Halsey and stuff, I would just try to do like a collaboration, like a long-standing collab with MAC.
Yeah.
Because MAC is like the like more edgy, the more pigmented.
I think just the way that they encourage people to apply their products is a little bit less glam, soft, like romantic, and a little bit more just like put this black eyeliner, smudge it out, smoke it out.
It's like art.
Clip.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like that they're like, take this dark brown lip liner, put it around your lips, and then put a pink in the middle and let it ride.
And look like Pamela Anderson which is exactly what I want to do. Yes, Mac.
I know.
Mac, that's what I want to do. Thank
Remember
you.
I told you last week that I was going to go get my eyebrows done and I was going to make them thinner?
Your eyebrows look great, by the way.
Thank
they look
you.
very manicured.
But
So I know you did get them done because they look real good.
I don't think that she made them any thinner. I think that she basically was like...
They are thinner.
Are they a little thinner?
They are thinner. I can tell here specifically. But do not
they
go
fine?
thinner.
I mean, okay.
Because I love them. Your eyes are... Jessie, her and Scooby have these most iconic eyebrows. I'm so jelly belly, not in a bad way, like a good jelly belly.
You've got great brows too, though.
These are eyebrows. I drew these on specifically with I have to dye them. I have bald spots. I've been using Grande Lash, by the way, and Grande Brow. The lashes, like I can use that serum like twice and my eyelashes get really long quick, so I don't use it as often because I'm like,
but it works for you.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess I haven't been using
but I mean,
it,
like,
but I did.
I always think you have long lashes, so maybe it's just because you use that. I didn't know that.
Sometimes I do, but then I stop because then they get like unrealistically long, and then when you curl them, they like touch your, and then they get everywhere, so it's like they don't even look good at that point. However, I got the Grande Brow to try to get my eyebrow and like all those bald spots. I'm just convinced my eyebrows said no. They don't want to be long. They don't want to be bushy. They don't want to be full. They don't want to do anything cool. They want to grow in weird places. And I do need to get them shaped.
A gray eyebrow hair. Gray eyebrow hair.
Okay.
Horrific.
Okay.
I know that I'm encroaching a new decade of my life soon. Not this year. Back off. But soon.
Everybody get out of our way.
Back off. But soon. And there's certain things sometimes that like remind you of that, regardless of how old you feel. I feel like I'm 14.
Yeah.
But a gray eyebrow hair is one of those indicators where you're like, ugh.
Well,
didn't know that could happen.
Didn't know. I've been searching high and low. I don't know if I've ever had a gray hair because since I've had red hair, my blonde hairs sometimes look gray, and I'll be like, look, Christina, like to my hair lady, I'll be like, look, I have a gray hair. She goes, girl, that's blonde. Look, it's blonde here, it's blonde here. Like she'll show me and she's like, that's not gray yet. I'll tell you when you have gray. I'm like, you better tell me just because I want to know. Because I can't tell because I'm getting it dyed. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm waiting patiently because I know it's about to happen. My skin is starting to show me my grief, and I'm like just waiting for my hair to be next because it's going to be next.
Well, it's I mean, like,
because I can already tell. The last
shine
3
in the
weeks,
sun. They shimmer in the sun.
You've probably seen it. I've had pimples all here. I've finally worked on them. They're going away now, but it's crazy how it all changes.
Do you use pimple patches?
Do I? Yeah.
Do they work?
Yes, they do. The blue Starface ones are my favorite. I don't know why I think those ones work the best. However, on the Amazon Spring Sale Day, I did buy the giant, because Hero Patches makes them, but I didn't need all that. They're just hydrocolloid patches. They're like those Band-Aids you get for blisters.
Yeah.
So you can actually use those on your face. They're a little like the adhesive intense, so that's why you probably shouldn't. But other than that, it's the same like ingredients as far as what's in the thing.
Okay.
I will use them when I have a lot of clogged pores.
And they work well. Okay.
Yeah, but the problem is like you have to use them a few days in a row because they will make it a bigger problem, you know, because they're really pulling out.
Yeah. It's got to get worse before it can get better kind of thing.
But they work. They work.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. I haven't used them, but I would like to.
Yeah. It's really good for clogged pores, I would say.
Nice.
Oh, I like them. I like them a lot.
Nice.
I like them a lot.
Do we want to tell the people where we're going to go to lunch after this?
Yeah, let's tell the folks. They can't find us there. It'll be a few days.
We're going to go to Houston's.
We're going to Houston's. We're going to have a girl lunch.
We're going to go to Houston's. And if you know, you know. I mean, Houston's
You know. If you know, you know. It's such a good place to have a girl's dinner or lunch.
Also, you could go in there and it's going to be pitch black and you don't know the time, the date. You don't know if you're floating through space or not.
I kind of like that it's like kind of, it gives me old school vibes. It gives me the men's club at the country club vibes.
I get that. I get that for
Men's
sure.
club at the country club. Very specific. Oh my God. Yo!
Hello? Who is it?
That has never happened.
Is it Houston?
It's Dad.
Oh,
wait.
it's Groot.
Guys, we have a caller.
We have a caller.
We have a caller. Hey, Dad, you're live on the pod.
All right. Is it another podcast? I just watched your last one.
Well, they come out once a week, Dad. Every Thursday.
Okay.
How are you doing, Groot?
Good.
Give us, Groot. Give us some words of wisdom for the pod.
What are the topics? There's normally 3 topics.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. Today we talked about LensCrafters.
Just give us some good dad advice. Anything you got today?
Well, I got shut down on the 100 bird or whatever.
Oh, yes. He did send in a question for the 100th episode.
What was it?
I sent in a bunch of questions. And you could have chose any of them. Hailey, you'll have to pull them up and share them with Jessy because they are very insightful.
Right.
Wow, Hailey. How could you? I had no idea, Groot. I would never do that to you.
Well, he sent them through a Facebook message, guys.
okay.
So that's why I didn't see them. If you know, you know.
They deal with haircuts.
They do. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Which we did talk about haircuts a lot the other week.
True.
Like who cuts your hair? And then they say who it is. Does she take cancellation?
But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always something. So what is, you have already done it.
What?
Did you already knit your show? Is it done?
Oh no, you're literally on the air right now.
No,
I
you're
have
on
them-
it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, that could be trouble too.
It's okay.
All right, Dad. I love you. I'm gonna call you when we're off the air.
All right, sounds good. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good to hear you, Jessy.
Good to hear you too, Groot. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Oh my gosh, Groot.
Groot on the
also,
air.
how dare you not
Okay, it was-
let me know that he sent in a bunch of questions
Well, it's
for us?
funny because when I was like, "Oh, it was our 100th episode," he was like, "Well, I know." He's like, "I sent you questions." I was like, "Where?" And he was like, "I messaged them to you. I responded to your story." So I was thinking on Instagram.
He did it on Facebook.
But I always forget. That's a boomer move on my behalf.
Because you can push through your Instagram stories to Facebook.
I need to turn that off because when that started happening, I realized I opened the doors to like high school people and like, which by the way, not a problem.
No, it's fine.
But just, there might have been creepy boys and men, and now they're men, but they were boys then in high school. Remember that one time the guy from my high school wrote me letters from prison?
Oh, yes. How could I forget?
Anyway, it's kind of like that. That's what I meant.
How could I forget?
How can I forget?
Anyway, do you have any closing thoughts?
I was going to say that Houston's is like a vibe, and then also that I was watching TTF St. Louis, which
What's that, down to fuck St. Louis?
literally.
What is that?
It's Jason Bateman, David Harbour.
Oh,
And Christina.
Is DTF really stand for down to fuck?
Yes, it's
Oh.
about, so that's like a little bit of the story. It's a really good show. It's on HBO Max. Y'all should watch it. Seriously is good. It's a little bit, I mean, it's obviously funny because David Harbour's in it and he just like makes things funny. But it's a really good story. It's a really good, like they cast this so well. David Harbour's amazing in it. Jason Bateman is Jason Bateman. Like he does his Jason Bateman thing, and he actually, I'm glad he is this character because the character is more Jason Bateman than any Jason Bateman thing he's ever done.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know. You know what I mean when you watch Jason Bateman? It's kind of like watching Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. They kind of play themselves.
Yes,
a little bit,
but like in an elevated or what in the circumstance, which is not a bad move. I'm just saying it's like very specific.
Yes, yeah.
So it's a great show. Anyway, they have this restaurant scene and it's like for 2 seconds. And I was like, Houston's.
Was it at Houston?
I know it's at Houston's.
God, love a Houston.
And I know what location it was too. Because they filmed this in St. Louis and in Atlanta, mostly in Atlanta. Actually, like a little bit in Chicago too, which is crazy. But mostly in Atlanta. And
you could always tell
they
Houston's.
definitely filmed a scene and it was for 2 seconds. And I was like, Houston's. And
Well,
it's actually the location, I believe.
That we're going to?
I actually don't know what location
We're going to West Paces.
That's the location I
Great.
believe they filmed at.
Perfect.
Yep.
Well, listen, with that, we're going to get to lunch. Please rate, review, subscribe.
Listen to the ads.
Please share this episode with a pal. Please share this episode with Jason Bateman. Please share this episode with John Turturro and Kathy Bates.
Yes.
Please share this episode with Groot. We love you, Groot. And we will see you next Thursday.
Janine, take us home, sis. Ah!